With Falcon football coach Matt Walker. And Matt, the Falcons open the 2014 season on Saturday at St. John's University. Kickoff is set for 1 o'clock. I'd like to talk a little bit about this year's team. Why don't we take the defense first?
Well, we feel good about what we have coming back. I mean, clearly we had Alex Owenstein was a great player for us, so we lost at graduation, but feel really good about where we are up front. I'll start there. Aaron Brandt returns. Brandon Bowe's a kid who's been in the program for a while now and continued to improve and reported to camp looking as good as he's ever looked before. And then we got a big transfer, Nick Jacobson from North Dakota State over the offseason. Really helps solidify things for us. He's a local kid here and really makes us dangerous up front. Derek Tarter's a kid out of Somerset that makes that group even deeper. So feel really good about where we are up front. We're athletic, we're big and strong. Linebacker group, we get some really good people back. Cole Sherrick was a preseason All-American at outside linebacker. Luke Radke and Zach Loest, our two returning inside linebackers, are back. Albert Itula, who kind of bounced around from defensive end to outside linebacker last year, is going to play with the other linebacker spot for us. So it's as good of a linebacker crew as I've had. It was our strongest group in recruiting as well. And then there's still some older guys. Kyle Swanson, Christian Alvarado, Phil Martola moved over to the linebacker spot. Jake Bedhauser. Gino DeMike is a transfer we got from Waldorf, who's from Woodbury over here right by us. So some unbelievable depth for us at the linebacker spot. In the back, we moved Robbie Flom back to defensive back. He kind of been bouncing between receiver and DB since he's been here, and we're going to put him back at corner. So him along with Nick Zimmerman, I'm not afraid to say it. I think we got two of the best corners in the league, and I think everybody knows that. Really strong there. Kyle Kittle's the third one that's maybe had the best preseason camp of anybody on our football team to give us three really good ones. And then we got good guys backing them up. And Quiddy Badio and Austin Gray, a newcomer for us. Really good players. Moved Tyler Ledbetter from corner to safety this year. Feel really good. It kind of fits more his skill set. He's a real heady, sharp football player, and to put him at safety, he can kind of direct traffic and be a leader over there. He's played really well this preseason. Andy Lundgren gives us more experience there at the strong safety spot. Dylan Smallage, Charlie Register, two more guys that give us some depth at safety. So I think the theme you're going to keep hearing as we talk about this year's team on both sides of the ball, probably have as much depth as we've had since I've been here. I think that everybody's been kind of waiting for this thing to happen, and what I would say is, on paper, it's the most talented team I've ever had to start a season, and so I think the kids know that without me having to say anything. The kids sense that and understand that, and it's really been an exciting preseason because expectations are even higher than they were last year.
Matt, how about on the offensive side?
Again, feel really good about our experience coming back. I would start with wide receivers. I think going into the season, I'd say it's the strength of our football team. We have 5 senior guys that can all play. Charles Dixon, Jordan Christensen, preseason All-American, had an unbelievable all-conference year last year for us. Jake Ryan, I'm going to forget him. Marcus Manzer had a great preseason camp for us. So we have great receivers, and Brad Beescal's a guy that's been moving around between running back and wide receiver, can do a lot of things for us. And we got good young kids backing them up as well. So feel really good about our wide receiver situation. Tailback, we got Emmanuel Uday back. Kewan Cartwright is back with us. Two guys that can really carry the football. 2 very different style runners for us in the same backfield. Emian's kind of more of a downhill, 230-pound back that'll bring it at you. Kewan's one of the faster guys in the football program that can really take it side to side. And so we feel good about the backfield. And so getting some other young guys. Wade Malik is a kid out of Hudson here as a freshman who's really impressed everybody as an incoming kid that'll see some action. So the quarterback spot, again, we're blessed here. I mean, we've got a kid who's in his 3rd year starting the program, started for us as a freshman, elected as a captain of our team as a sophomore, kind of a guy we designed the offense around, and who's really responded well and can do it with his legs and arm and gets us into the right stuff. We put a lot on him, and every year that he's gotten older, we put even more on him at the line of scrimmage to get us into the right stuff, and he's the kind of kid you want there. Ryan Kuslik is a special player and a special kid. We're also blessed we got a transfer, Sawyer Moon. He was at Woodbury High School. He's about as good of a thrower of the football as I've seen out of a young quarterback that I've ever had. We got two guys that a lot of people will trade for if they could trade, and so to tell you I have a plan for both of them, I don't have an exact plan. I just know we got two really good guys, and the way that we play our quarterbacks in the system and the way they run around and get hit, we're lucky to have two, and it makes our football program better to have Sawyer and Ryan and even some good young kids behind them. We feel really, really good about our quarterback. And with our offensive line, we feel good about it. We had two big losses to graduation. Jake Latecki and Ben Barrett were key players for us that solidified that line last year, but feel really good about what we got coming back. Matt Jack and Darren Winger, they're two guys on the right side that are back, our right guard, right tackle, both 290-pound kids that can play and are athletic. We're going to move Reggie Larson to center, who played guard for us as a freshman last year. Reggie's a really smart football player. He's a son of a coach and good at directing traffic and understanding the game up front. It's good putting him at center to kind of tell those guys what's going on. Hank Rogotsky, another returner who started at left tackle for us by the end of the year last year. So we got four guys back that had significant time last year. Again, they're all 280 to 300 pound kids. Are strong. They can run. The left guard spot's been kind of a battle. Ryan Henderson, Justin Lunn, a freshman Isaac Bovey, all can play. Isaac Unger's another one. Again, it's not one of those where it's been a battle due to not having enough good guys. We got plenty of good players. Another spot we feel better about our depth than we felt about for a long time. We're gonna have the ability to roll some guys in and out and keep guys fresh. So excited up front. There's no doubt about it. Tight end position, Jay Ekman and Wade Smothers are both seniors coming back for us with good experience. We ask a lot of those guys in our multiple formations. They do a lot. They're on their hand on the ground one play. They're playing receiver the next play. They're sliding around the backfield the next play. So they got to be a smart football player in our system and play that H-back tight end position that we call it. So again, it's similar to what I was saying about the defense. We got depth. We got strength. We're athletic. We're ready to go. I mean, everything's kind of strangely and almost in a scary way fallen into place the way we needed it to in the offseason. We got some good transfers and stayed healthy, and guys improved their bodies, and we're hungry to play.
How about special teams, Matt?
Will Jensen returns as a 4-year starter for us at punter. Well, again, we're blessed to have Will. He can really play and really punt the football. Having a good, confident, smart kid back there is always important in the kicking game and in the punt game. One guy that doesn't get mentioned of, Jay Ekman, has been a snapper since the day he walked on our campus. And the thing about being a long snapper is it's good when nobody notices you, and so that's why we don't ever talk about Jay that much. You know, people talk about you, it means something's not going well. And he's a pro caliber snapper. I mean, he's as fast of an operation snap to kick as we face all year. When I time stuff and we're timing things, nobody snaps it as hard as Jay and as accurate as Jay does. So we've kind of just been blessed to have him walk into the program for 4 years and be that snapper for us. The kicking thing, our field goal extra point and kickoff thing has been a battle all through camp. Taylor Johnson returns from last year, struggled as a freshman. He'd be the first one to tell you that he did. Worked really hard this offseason, and we all want to see Taylor succeed. Wade Malika, the running back from Hudson, has been kicking some as well and doing a nice job. So between those two, those guys will handle field goals and kickoffs and things. So Taylor's a year better, and Wade gives us some flexibility there with some options, and we've got to keep working with those guys throughout the season, though there's no doubt about it.
Matt, again, we talked about opening up at St. John's on Saturday. Could you talk about the Johnnies?
Good football team. There's that that aura, that history that they have there. You know, one of probably the most storied program in the history of Division III football, with everything they've accomplished there. The most unique home atmosphere in college football and in small college football. It's exciting to be a part of that, and our kids are excited to play there. Always a solid football team, great recruiting. we know we're in for a fight. They're well coached. They're disciplined. They don't make mistakes that cost them typically. And I was telling some other people today, it's they find ways to win games. And going back through their season last year is almost the opposite of our season. I think they won by 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and it's like every week was a tight game. It seemed like that they came on the winning end of, and our season we're losing by 1 and 2 and 3, and we got to find a way to find what it takes to get that victory. I think our kids, we've put in the work and prepared for success. And I think the kids they understand that, but there's something about that. I guess they call it the Johnny Magic over there, that they tend to find a way to make it happen at the end. But we're preparing for a street fight. I'd be surprised if either side ran away with the game on Saturday. I'd expect a 60-minute game and it come down to the wire.
Matt, good luck to you. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks.